The Dallas Cowboys may be getting one of their top playmakers back just in time for a crucial divisional matchup. NFL Network's Ian Rappaport reported Wednesday that wide receiver CeeDee Lamb has at least a chance to return for Sunday's game against the Washington Commanders. CeeDee Lamb has a chance to return for Cowboys in Week 7. My understanding is it's not a sure thing. This is probably right around the time when at least it's possible, Rappaport said via X. They did not put him on injured reserve, actually never had plans to put him on injured reserve. They wanted to keep this window open. Lamb has missed the last 3 games after suffering a high ankle sprain in the Week 3 loss to the Chicago Bears. Dallas scored just 14 points in that game after losing its top receiving option early. The offense adjusted in subsequent weeks, putting up 40 points in a tie with the Green Bay Packers, 37 in a win over the New York Jets, and 27 in a loss to the Carolina Panthers. Despite the offense holding up without him, Lamb's potential return would provide a major boost. He is one of the league's most productive wideouts, coming off a 2023 season where he led the NFL with 135 catches for 1,749 yards and 12 touchdowns. Dak Prescott has excelled despite CeeDee Lamb injury. While Lamb's absence has been significant, quarterback Dak Prescott has still found some success. Lou Scatalia of NFL Spin Zone ranked Prescott as the number 3 quarterback in the NFL heading into Week 7. With 13 touchdown passes on just 3 interceptions this year, Dak Prescott rises to 3rd in our QB power rankings and looks like he's playing a different game out there, Scatalia wrote on October 13th. Prescott has thrown 10 touchdown passes on 0 interceptions over the past 3 games, but the Cowboys took a pretty brutal defeat in Week 6 thanks to the Carolina Panthers. Scatalia added that Prescott is not part of the team's struggles. You could list out the 100 issues with the Cowboys, and Prescott's name would not appear anywhere on that list, he wrote, calling his play elite football. Prescott has leaned on George Pickens and Jake Ferguson during Lamb's absence. Ryan Flournoy also emerged with 114 receiving yards in the win over the Jets, giving Prescott multiple reliable targets. However, Lamb's presence would force defenses to account for multiple top threats simultaneously, opening up the passing game even further. Commanders at Cowboys, key divisional matchup. Sunday's matchup against Washington carries additional weight. Both teams are looking to climb the NFC standings behind the Philadelphia Eagles. A Lamb return would give Dallas an important offensive weapon at a crucial time. Lamb has made 4 straight Pro Bowls and surpassed 1,100 receiving yards in each of those seasons. His ability to return to form would be a significant development for the Cowboys as they try to stabilize their season after a 2-3-1 start. The Washington Commanders and Dallas Cowboys play on Sunday, October 19th, at AT&T Stadium. The Dallas Cowboys made 2 roster moves involving the same wide receiver ahead of the team's Week 7 matchup against the Washington Commanders. Earlier in the week, the Cowboys cut ties with wide receiver Jalen Cropper. Dallas announced on October 15, 2025, that the team is re-signing Cropper to the team's practice squad just 1 day after his release. Cropper passed the waivers unclaimed, allowing the Cowboys to re-sign the wideout. The initial move may have been made to add wide receiver Jonathan Mingo to the active roster. Worth noting, Jonathan Mingo was on the practice field during the portion open to the media, Dallas Morning News' Joseph Hoyt detailed in an October 15th message on X. The Cowboys waived Jalen Cropper to open a roster spot yesterday. Mingo, currently 2 weeks into his 21-day practice window, is a candidate to get it. Here's what you need to know about the latest Cowboys news heading into the team's showdown against the Commanders. The Cowboys expect CeeDee Lamb to play versus Commanders. Cropper has played in 3 games this season but mostly is making his impact on special teams. The versatile receiver posted a fumble recovery for Dallas. In other receiver news, the Cowboys appear to be leaving the door open for CeeDee Lamb to return to action against the Commanders. CeeDee Lamb was limited in today's practice, The Athletic's John Machota revealed in an October 15th message on X. As long as he doesn't suffer a setback, the expectation is that he'll play Sunday. George Pickens on re-signing with Cowboys. I wouldn't mind it. Ahead of the team's NFC East clash against the Commanders, wideout George Pickens addressed his future with the franchise. Pickens will be a free agent this offseason. I wouldn't mind it, Pickens said on the potential to re-sign with Dallas, per Cowboys.com. The guys in the locker room are super cool, the energy's great, but like I said, I always want to showcase my talents. The Cowboys are hoping to force the Commanders to defend both CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. If Lamb is able to impress during practices, the Cowboys' offense could be getting a major boost. It was a limited sample size to start the season, but defenses struggled to find a solution to defend both Lamb and Pickens. Well, I think what George has shown us over the last couple weeks is that we can move him around, Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer noted on October 15th, per DallasCowboys.com's Patrick Walker. I think, really, it took George a little while forcing us to move him around. The one thing that George has proven over these last couple weeks is our ability to move him around, which makes us more difficult to defend, because CD was the guy we were trying to move around, right? We were just kind of in one spot, but George has been terrific with us putting him into different spots, in different positions, and I think he kind of likes it, because I think it holds his attention and keeps him dialed in. Dallas Cowboys wide receiver George Pickens has shown since CeeDee Lamb went down with an injury that he is capable of being featured as the #1 option in a potent offense, and the outstanding stretch of play has come at a perfect time for him. Pickens, who was drafted in the second round by the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2022, is in the final season of his rookie contract. He was asked on Wednesday if he would be open to signing a long-term extension with the Cowboys, and he said, he has enjoyed his time with the team thus far. I wouldn't mind it. The guys in the locker room are super cool, the energy is great, Pickens said, via John Machota of The Athletic. I always want to showcase my talents. But if the Cowboys don't turn things around amid what has been another disappointing season, Pickens might prefer to play elsewhere. George Pickens wants to win. Pickens was also asked on Wednesday what it is that he will prioritize with his NFL future. He said winning is most important to him. Definitely winning. Just because that's been my resume the whole time, Pickens said. I won in high school. I won at Georgia. Definitely winning. I always think about winning. The Cowboys have only 2 wins on the season and are coming off a disappointing defeat at the hands of the Carolina Panthers. Pickens had 168 yards receiving in that game, which was his highest total with Dallas and the second highest total of his career. Still, it was not enough. The Cowboys have one of the worst defenses in the NFL and have allowed 30.7 points per game, which is hardly a surprise after they traded Micah Parsons. If that trend continues, they will likely miss the playoffs for a second consecutive year. With Lamb making an average of $34 million per year, the Cowboys probably cannot afford to keep Pickens anyway. The best the 24-year-old can hope for is that his stock continues to rise as he heads for what should be a massive payday.